Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Chen.
Okay, so shall we start now?
Yes.
Yes. If the question is okay, please open your camera. Okay. So where are we? So after we have finished unit 7 from Cosbook and Workbook, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll move to the new unit, which is unit 8. Okay. So are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So there are some questions on activity number 1. So we'll look at the questions number 8 first. And what place do you think of as being far away of the tourist routes and where people rarely visit? So can you think of any places that is quite far away from us that people rarely visit? It can be the place over all around the world, or it can be the place in our own country. So can you think of any place that people rarely go?
Space station.
Space station, okay. And
The North Pole.
the North Pole, yes, the North Pole. It is quite difficult for communication like that, right? Yes. And is there any other place that can you think of?
Tall mountains.
Mountains. What mountains, Kong?
I can say Everest.
Everest, Mount Everest. Yes. And is there any other place can you think of? How about in our country? Is there any place that people really go? Just only for vacation. So can you think of that place?
You mean where tourists visit?
No, I mean tourists rarely visit there.
I guess Wednesday.
Yeah, maybe Wednesday or maybe get Wednesday too, right? Because it is quite far away, and there is I think there is nothing special about the places, right?
Maybe like Kachin, maybe like Michina and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, like Kakaborazi Mountain or something like that, right? Because it will be kind of like difficulty for communication like that, right? Sorry about that. Okay, so let's move to number B then. Where would you choose to go and why if you could go to a remote place? So it has to be a remote place. So as we have discussed, it can be like the place in our country or it can also be around the world. So you have to choose a place that you want to go if you have a chance. And you also have to give reason why you want to go there. Okay, so I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to think. And after that, I'll ask you guys one by one. Okay, so think of a place that you want to go.
How about, can we say the place in our country?
Yes, of course you can.
Yeah, do you like to type our answer?
No, you don't need to. I will ask you guys for my one after that. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Guys, are you ready? Can I ask now?
Almost.
Almost. Okay, so I'll wait for a while then.
I think I'm ready.
So how about the others? Can I ask now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I want to start with Kong.
Okay. I just have to say which place I want to go to, right?
Yes, and you have to
Uh,
give reason why you want to go there.
Yeah, okay. The most that I want to go to is as a remote African kind of tribe, maybe like somewhere in like Cameroon or Ghana, in those places. But of course, we have to be like see if it's like culturally appropriate because some tribe does not allow outsiders to come in. And I want to go to there because like I want to feel some kind of spontaneous feeling and adventurous type of thing. Yeah, my mindset kind of changed during the lockdown. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it.
That is why. Okay. So can you pick up next one for me, Kong?
Canada.
Okay.
So I would like to go to somewhere in the Sakhalin region that has a strong relation with high mountains. So the main reason is that I like chilly and cold winter seasons.
Because of the weather, right? Because it is really hot here, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Even if it is even in the winter, right? Okay. So can you pick up next one for me, Uncle?
Canyon.
Okay. Can you go?
Yes, I also would like to go up top a snowy mountain because I like the freezing air and the frosting cold.
Okay. So you want to see the ice and the snow there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So can you pick up next one for me, Da?
Yafongo.
Yep. Pongo. Okay. Yep. Pongo.
And I want to go to the East Island, like in Chile. I don't know how they claim it, but it's really far away from Chile because they have the human statue, faces of human statue, and the water there is really good. It's really warm. So yeah, that's why.
That's why you want to go there. Okay. So can you pick up next one for me?
Sulu.
Suzu, right?
Hello,
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
I would like to go to Antarctica as I never been to a cold place. And also I want to see the glacier and the penguins. And I like to fish under the cold water.
Okay. So that's it to me.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So can you pick up next one?
Then now, hey.
Nay Nwe Lwin. Okay. I think Nwe Lwin is not here. He is taking leave for today.
Okay,
Yes.
then Susie.
Susie. Okay.
Okay. Especially I want to visit to Shan State, and if I have to tell the detail, I want to visit the Kalau, because my mood is right now in resting vibe with the cold, because Yangon doesn't feel any cold, so I want to visit there. And also, like Shan State has many places to visit, such as Dangji Inle and the Kalau and the Lashu tools. And also the Kalau has the many beautiful places to visit. So I want to visit there for once time. Yes.
Okay. And plus, there are so many traditional food that you can try, right?
Because
Yes. Okay. So can you pick up next one, Susie?
and Pepe.
Okay. Okay.
As for me, I want to visit the Urumqi in China because it is said that it's far away from the ocean and also have a great place to buy souvenirs. But the main reason I want to visit is that because of the Asian Silk Road, which is like a site of exchanges between Eastern and Western cultures. So I want to witness this.
Okay. Okay. So can you pick up next one to me?
May Daki.
Me. Okay.
And I would like to go to Tibet country because I have read a book about that and there is some interesting things about the religion we rely on written in the book which I really want to find out. And also there is some peaceful sightseeing there.
Okay. So you want to learn something new from them, right? Okay. So can you pick up next one to me?
Cat in Raja.
Cat Angel. Okay. Cat Angel.
I want to go to Make Islands because I've never been there before, and I've heard the views are breathtaking.
Okay, because of the view. Okay. So can you pick up next one to me?
Popo.
Football. Okay. Football, are you there? I think she is not here anymore, right? Okay. So can you pick up next one to me?
Tiny.
Tiny. Okay.
I want to visit a big forest place, which is far away from the city and people because I want to be free and I want to live with no rules.
Okay. So either you're be like fed up with the people like that, right? You just want to be alone. Okay. So can you pick up next one?
Yeah, who left?
上类为上类几票, right? Okay, 上类为.
Yeah, I want to go Silk Road Oasis in China because of the ancient building and crescent-shaped lake. Yes.
Okay. So can you pick up next one, please?
上来几票.
上类几.
Yes. I would like to go to Shan State because it has the nice weather to stay and to visit, and also many beautiful places to visit. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And no one left, right? Everyone has finished, right? အဲ့ကိုပြီးပြီမလား? ကျန်တဲ့လူတွေကခုနပူပူကခုနဝင်လာပြီးတော့ထွက်သွားတယ်နော်ဆိုတော့ပူပူမတွေ့တော့ဘူးဒီနေ့ကဆွမ်းပြည့်ညံလည်းမလာဘူးလင်းနောက်ငယ်ကဖြစ်တိုင်းထားတယ်တက်မှုလည်းမလာဘူးနော်ဆွမ်းပြည့်ညံနဲ့လင်းနောက်sorry ဆွမ်းပြည့်ညံနဲ့ဟိုနဲ့တက်မှုနဲ့မနေ့ကရှိလားမနေ့ဆိုမနေ့တန်းနေတော့ရှိလား
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, then let's continue. As we have finished number 1B, so we can discuss number 1C. Do you think global travel and communications are having a beneficial effect on the place or not? Give reason for your answer. So is there any advantages of the communication to that place? How do you think of it? There will be any advantages or disadvantages for that place because of the tourism or something like that? How do you think? Will there be any beneficial effect? How do you think of it? Can you think of any idea?
I think there will be only disadvantages on the places
There will be only disadvantages. Why do you think so, Dan?
because tourists are more likely to destroy the places.
Okay, so I think you better use human beings, right? They destroy the places like that.
I think there can be both advantages and disadvantages.
Okay, so why do you think so, Kwang? What will be the advantages
The
for that place?
advantages are because of the tourism, they will get more budget and they will have economic benefits, and they will have more cultural exchange and stuff like that. But in the disadvantage, they might be displacements of the local communities, and maybe that might be ruining of the traditionals of the culture and stuff like that.
So there may be both advantages and disadvantages for that place being a tourist attraction like that, right?
Yeah.
So how about the others? How do you think of that? How about the girls? How do you think?
I would be agree with Kendall.
Okay, so there will only be disadvantages for that place being as being a tourist attraction, right? There is no advantages like that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So how about the others? How do you think? Okay, so for me, I think as Kwan said, there may be advantages and disadvantages for the place, right? For the advantages, as Kwan discussed, there may be more job opportunity for the local people or some development, right, for that place. And for the disadvantages, as Ankada discussed, so there will also be advantages and disadvantages for that place, right? So they have to be balanced between that, right? Okay. So shall we move to test 8A now?
Yes.
Okay. So here is the selections of the extract describing the Sahara. Okay, so that is about the Sahara, right? This was night and taken from the memoir of a French pilot who crashed and was stranded in the desert in 1935. So you have to read this. And as usual, there will be questions that we have to discuss after reading this. So we'll look at number 2A. Listen to the 3 extracts being read aloud. So you have to read it by yourself and decide which one you think is the most advocative. So you have to pick up the most advocative one for you of the atmosphere of the nighttime in the desert and share your opinion and reasons with the class. So read this and after that we'll discuss number 2A together. Okay. It's okay, Melinda. Okay, you can leave then. So have you finished reading the paragraph, guys?
Yes.
So did you get the idea for number 2A?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So either you may have different answers. So I'll ask you guys for my one again. So Uncle, what have you guys? Which one is the most appropriate one for you to express the atmosphere of the nighttime in the desert? So
For me, I think it's number 3.
number 3. Okay. So you have to give reason why you think number 3 is the most appropriate one to express the nighttime of the desert.
Because it mentions the light ray from the moon that is affecting on the sand, and it also mentions that he is going to fall down.
Okay. So according to his experience and the same, so this became the most appropriate one for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Uncle think number 3 paragraph is the most appropriate one, right? So I think I will go different ideas from the girls. So Pepe, how about you, me?
I also think the same with Uncle.
Okay, so you guys share the same idea. So what will be your reason to me? The same idea with Uncle?
Because he is like staring at the night sky, he said like that, and also he talked about how the night was like. Yeah, that's why.
That is why. Okay. Okay, so you guys share the same ideas. So how about Kaini Italy?
I think the first paragraph.
The first paragraph. Okay, so what will be your reason that you think the first one is the most appropriate one for you?
Because in the lessons he said it seems at so many reasons, but that it seems at if a great wind were blowing another that describe how pretty it was.
Okay, so you have different idea with them. So kind of it thinks the first one is the most appropriate one, right? Okay, so how about Kwan? How do you think that?
Number 3, the paragraph 3.
And what will be your reason that you think this one is the
Because
most appropriate
it
one?
uses a lot of descriptive words. I think I like words like that, especially in these kind of readings. Yeah.
So you can imagine the situation after reading this one, I think,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so how about Ted English, how do you think?
I also think paragraph 3.
Paragraph 3. So what will be your reason?
Because I can see small details about it, and I think it's certain.
Okay. Okay, so I'll move to Shanglei Wei. How about you?
The first paragraph.
Okay, the first one.
Yeah, because
and what will be your reason? Yes.
Because it described the night sky and shining stars, and when I read this paragraph, it made me more aware. Yeah, that's why.
More aware of the same. Okay, thank you, Dami. So how about Kenny Nita?
I think number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so we have different idea. So why do you think number 2 is the most advocated one then?
Because like he is telling about the beauty of the night sky, and they are celebrating like under the stars.
Celebrating under the stars. Okay, so we have like different ideas from you guys. Okay, so how about Susie, Dami?
I think the facts one because of the using vocabularies like about shimmering, shooting, and raising sparks, and also that sadness are deep in the heart of some nights, and I can see the highlight of that imagine, yes.
Okay, you can imagine the situation or the scene, right? Okay. So how aboutဒီမရှိရလားစူးစူးထွက်သွားတာလားစူးစူးမရှိရအောင်နော်ပြီးတော့ရှောင်းလိုက်ကြည့်ပြီလည်းမရှိရဟုတ်တယ်မလား So I think everyone has finished here, right? Do you have to check on me? Yeah, Pongo maybe last time.
No.
No, okay, so that will be your turn now. So how about you? Which one is the most powerful one for you?
The top paragraph because he was lying on his fan and looking at the night sky and the thing around his fan, and he is deeply on top with the star and thing, and he used like descriptive writing, so I feel like I was really there.
Okay, thank you guys for presenting your different ideas. So there is no right or wrong answer. That as this sufficient, you may find like different answer as the most advocative one, right? Just for example, like for me, I find this one as the most advocative one because we can see so many figurative languages and metaphoric expressions like that, right? Shimmering in green water. Actually, it's not even the water. It's the sky like that, right? Or like raising sparks, or like games of shooting stars, or they harden into like diamonds like that. So, or because of these figurative languages, I find this one as the most advocative one for me to describe the night sky. Got it? Okay, but we may have different ideas, and we have our own reason that that one is the most advocative one for us, right? Okay. Okay, so let's move to number B now. Okay, summary again. To summarize in no more than 3 sentences, taking points from each of the 3 extras, what the pilot is saying about the desert at night. Remember to use your own words and avoid repetition and irrelevance. So you have to write a summary, right? So there are altogether 3 paragraphs, right? 1, 2, 3. So you just have to write only 1 sentence for each paragraph. So you may have only 3 sentences, but you have to remember that you can make up a very complex sentence to make 1 sentence, right? So you can put all the ideas in 1 sentence. So please write 3 sentences for these 3 paragraphs as summary. And when you finish, you can send your answers in the chat, okay? Yes, correct, Anton.
Yeah, I forgot a comma
Where is that?
after waking up.
After waking up. Yes, there has to be a comma. Yes, correct, Nipongo, but just have to use only one sentence to summarize one extract. So it has to be altogether three sentences. Got it? Nipongo, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, correct, Kanye. Charlotte, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. But for the second one, it has to be like other man who possess nothing in the nothing. It has to be like nothing in the world, right?
Can you repeat again?
For the second one, you just write like man who possess nothing in the nothing in the
Oh,
world. So it has to be nothing in the world, right?
yeah.
Okay. You accidentally repeat the words again, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, correct, Susie. Yes, correct, Charlotte, to you. Yes, correct, Pepe. Okay, correct, Kenny. Yes, correct, Connor. So I think everyone has finished writing a summary, right? So let's move on to number C. Choose the correct answer to each of the following, one for each from the extracts, and write the complete sentences in your notebook. So we have to choose the correct answer from these multiple choices, right? So number one, the other things that the stars are like water, jewels, fire, or wind. Which one is the correct answer according to the passage?
Jewels.
Jewels, yes, correct. And what is the answer then? Where did you find the answer? It's in the first paragraph or second paragraph or third paragraph?
The first one.
The first one, yes, correct. It has been set by the hardened in the diamonds, right? So that will be the answer. Yes, correct. So the correct answer for number one is jewels, right? So how about number two? The author is waiting for rescues, a fate, monks, or daylight. Which one is the correct answer for number two? I think that is from
Rescue.
extra two, right? Rescued. How about the others? How did you
Or
answer that?
daylight, I guess.
So let's look at the extra two. And where can we find the answer? Whether there is a daylight or rescues, where can we find it?
We were waiting for the dawn that will save us.
Yes, correct. And what is that? We are waiting for the dawn that will save us, right? So the answer is right there. Yes. So that will be the answer for number two, right?
So is it dawn or rescue, Che?
Dawn. So the answer is daylight. They are waiting for the daylight, right? So the rescue team can come to them in the daylight like that. So they are waiting for the daylight. Okay, so how about number three? The author sees a trap, sand dunes, a factory, or a pool. And either you can find the answer in extract three, right? So what will be the correct answer for number three?
Pool.
Pool,
Pool.
pool, pool 的皮大家了. How about the others? How did you answer number three?
Sand dunes.
Sand dunes, and I think I had different ideas. A sand dune or a pool. Where can we find the answer?
Third
Extract
paragraph.
three. And the first paragraph, right? A pool သမားတွေရောဘယ်နားမှာတွေ့လဲ I did this one, right?
Yes.
Yes. So when I woke up, I saw nothing but the pool of the night sky. The pool of the night sky. Look, yes, we can choose the pool, right? But just the pool will be like it's not that complete answer, right? The pool and the pool of the night sky is quite different from each other, so we can choose the pool as the correct answer. So the answer will be yes, sand dune, right? So we can see the answer right here. Right? So that will be the answer for number three. The golden hair offer their luminous slope of the moon, and others drew up in the shadow to its frontier with the light. So yes, the answer is sand dunes. Got it? So will you get the answer for number C, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Xiao may not answer number C. Okay, so we have finished number 2, A, B, and C. So is there any question for number 2, guys? No. Okay, so let's move to number 3. So number 3 concern exercises concern with the vocabulary and grammar. So what will the pronoun of this vocabulary and grammar activity? So we'll do number 8. As usual, we're trying to give synonym for each of the words. So give synonym which could exactly replace the 10 words in bold and test 8A. So you have to find out the synonyms for each of the words that has been used in the paragraph. Okay. So as I usually tell you guys that there are 2 things that we have to take into account of when we try to find out the synonyms. So what are they? What are the 2 things?
Pattern speech.
Contest.
And context, yes. So we'll do number 3A. Okay. And after that, we'll check the answers together.
Is it to send in the chat?
Okay, it's better then. So send the answers in the chat, or we can chat together. It is okay. Okay, correct, Susie. Susie, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, we have to send each
Uh,
other.
yes, better. So, and your answers are correct except number 2 and number 4. For number 2 and 4, you have to give the same part of speech with the words. Okay. Okay. So witness, for example, witness, it has been used as a verb here, not as a noun. And in the in infinitive, right? So that is in past verb. So you have to give the same part of speech with the words. Okay.
Okay.
Teacher, wait, I have to change one word, but I already said I will send another version.
Okay, you can send it. On Campbell.
Yes.
For the first one and the second one and the third one, summary, witness, and indefinable, right? For these words, you have to give the, it has that you have to give the words that could exactly replace the word, not the definitions of these words. For
Yes,
1,
yes.
2, and 3. Okay. Okay. And the rest are correct. Yes, correct. Okay. Yes, correct, Kuang. Yes, correct, Shana Gigi. Yes, correct, Kami. Yes, correct, Shana Wei. Tay Raja, you have to use the first one for number 2. And it has been used as a verb here. And the rest are correct. Yes, correct, Susie. Yes, correct, Uncle Dong. Cái gì nhỉ thuật à lại? Cái gì mình需要呢? Okay, so I think everyone has finished, right? Okay, so khi công gia giải nó. Okay, so let's move to the map B now. The map B is noticed that the second extra is not entirely written in sentences, and to write it after the first sentence using conjunctive and inserting words to form complex sentences. So let's look at the second extra then. So it said that it is not written in sentences, right? So we just have to rewrite by using the complex sentences. But I want to skip that one. So is that okay? As we just have written the summary before, right? So I want to skip that one. So let's move to number C. Number C is passage 2 and 3 contain the expression nothing but. So nothing but has been used in passage 2 and passage 3. So you have to try to find out these, and you have to discuss what is the effect of using this usage. Okay, so we'll discuss this one after that. So trying to find out this one, and you have to discuss this one, right? What is the effect of this usage? And when you get the answers, send your answers in the chat again, okay? Yes, correct, Uncle. Yes, correct, Miss Bongo. So how about the others? Can you think of the answer for number C? Then I read the line. Yeah, okay. Yes, correct, Susie. Okay, so nothing but has been used in the second and third paragraph, right? So it's the second is right. Where is nothing but? Right here, right? So 6 or 7 men who possess nothing in the wall but, right? And in the third extract, where is the usage? I saw nothing but, right? The pool of the night sky. Because it wants to give the emphasis on that thing, right? So it has the same meaning with only. So instead of using I only saw the pool of the night sky, so the author uses I saw nothing but the pool of the night sky to give more emphasis on that thing. Got it? ရမယ်နော်အဲ့ဆိုရင်ဖြေရမှာရှင်ကျန်တဲ့လူတွေရော
Yes.
Yes ပို့ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော် powerful ပို့ဖြစ်သွားအောင်လို့ရေးရတော့မယ်အဲ့ဆိုဒီမှာ nothing but the only ဆိုတဲ့အချိန်ကိုတူတယ်နော်ဒါကိုပဲမြင်တယ်ဒါလည်းကျန်တော့မယူဆိုတဲ့အချိန်ပဲပို့ပြီးတော့ stand out ဖြစ်စေချင်လို့ပို့ပြီးတော့ emphasize လုပ်ချင်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မို့ဆိုတော့ nothing but ဆိုတဲ့ grammar လေးကိုသုံးထားတာ only ကိုသုံးမယ်စားရမလားရှင်အဲ့ဆို
Yes.
Yes ရမယ်နော်ကျန်တဲ့လူရောရမလားရှင်အပြင်ပို့ရသေးတဲ့လူတွေရောရမယ်နော် Okay Okay အဲ့ဆိုကျွန်တော် number 3ရဲ့ A B C ပြီးသွားပြီဆိုတော့ number 3မှာပါမေးစရာရှိသေးတယ်ရှင်မရှိအောင်เนาะ B ကိုတော့ကျွန်တော် skip ခဲ့ဆိုတော့ A နဲ့ C မှာမေးစရာမရှိအောင်เนาะ Okay မရှိအောင်ဆိုချက်ဒီနားမှာပဲကျန်လိုက်ပါမယ်ရှင်เนาะအဲ့တော့တောက်ဆောင်နေကြလို့ရှိရင်ကအကြောင်းပိတ်သွားလို့ရှင်တောက်ဆောင်နေမတွေ့တော့ဟုတ်တယ်
Yes.
Okay အဲ့တော့ holiday ပြီးမှတွေ့အောင်ပါပေါ့เนาะ Okay အဲ့တော့ bye bye guys have a nice holiday see you after holidays okay bye bye
Bye, Jay.
I would
Bye bye.
see you.
bye bye